Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to some more Black Ops 6. First off, we got to shout out Sky Robin for this video because he wanted a settings video. So we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. It's going to be a pretty short and simple video. So we're going to jump right into a game so I can show you all my settings. And first, I'm going to show you how to get the HUD that I got, Sky. So here you go. Okay, so I just put my HUD as this because I want to show you something. It sometimes bugs, so what you want to do is you want to go to settings, go to interface, and then HUD presets. And then right here, you'll see all the different HUDs you can use. The one I use is target tracker. So boom, I got that. My health's at the top left of my screen. Everything else is at the bottom. So I go to visuals and I up my scale first because watch, boom, my scale. Look, I'll click it again and it like unsaves. So I'll do that and then it unsaves. It goes back to normal and it'll just stay like that. So what I do first is I put my scale to 120 and then I go back in here and then I mess with the settings again. So I put it on square, radar off, horizontal minimap onto just normal minimap, and then bam, you got the HUD just like that. Perfect, simple. Boom, don't have to move my eyes very often. They're at the bottom of my screen. Boom, got a UE. Oh, somebody's on there. Bam, somebody's over here. Like, I don't have to look at the top left of my screen. My eyes barely move the middle of my map or my monitor. So it's just that simple. If you found that helpful, make sure to drop a like. And here are the rest of my settings. So first we got controller. So I use 1010. In this game, you kind of need a little bit of a fast sensitivity. You know, if you really want to like turn around, you omni dive. You need something fast. Some people are starting to use linear. I used to use linear, and I thought I was, right? So when you go into your controller settings, you go to aiming, you go to aiming advanced settings. I would use aim response curve type. I would use linear. Now this one is so reactive. It's so like instant, right? It's more reactive. It's like you're using a lower dead zone than you're actually using. I would use this, but I didn't get used. I got used to dynamic by accident because I thought I was on linear. But now I use dynamic because it's what I'm used to. I would use linear. I'd have to get used to it again. I think it's a little better for me. So I will eventually decide to go back to it when I get used to it again. So honestly, I'm just going to keep it on linear. I did have this on instant because with sniping, I want that instant, ability to be able to like instantly, because sniper scopes, they're 6, 7x zooms. So I have my ADS sense up a little bit, because I want that flick. With the sniper, you kind of want to flick. So basically, I had it all like that, and I accidentally went to dynamic, I guess, and messed it all up. So back to the controller settings. I don't use none of this. There's no point. Controller vibration off. My dead zone is 8. Right stick min. And then right stick max is 75. And then left stick min. If I didn't have dead zone on my controller, I'd be using the minimal possible. Like, look, here, I'll put it on 1 and watch. Yeah, see? My right stick and my left, it starts moving by itself. Both my sticks have a little bit of stick to it. So I kind of have to balance it a little bit to where I don't. Left trigger and right trigger, you should always have them down. You want it as reactive as possible. I have an Elite Series 2 controller, so it's a little bit easier for me because I have the the little stoppers. So like normally it's like I have to push the stick so far down, but now I can click it and with the left stick or right trigger and left trigger all the way down, it's even more instant. You want to be able to aim in and shoot as fast as possible as soon as you see somebody. Going to aiming. As you already know, I don't use none of this. It's all normal. Once you mess with custom sensitivity, this right here just gets disabled. Target aim assist, obviously, you need that. Your own controller, everyone uses it. Custom sensitivity per zoom, you personally need to go and figure this out for yourself and find out what fits you. Low zoom, that's nothing. That's like everything less than a 2x. That's like that's like red dots, like the microflex. You want to go in here, you want to test this out all yourself, go into a lobby with bots, and just test out all the different zooms. Mainly the ones you use, like sniper scopes, 2x's, 3x's, and even 5x's. You're not really going to be using 9x's or 10x's, but just go ahead and test it out. Find what fits you best. Personally, if you're not really that experienced in the game, you want to start with dynamic. But linear is, definitely better for people who know how to move the stick the way that they want it to. Like, move it perfectly, so softly. Because with linear, like I said, it's way more reactive. Like, I'm barely moving my stick, and it's reacting. Like, with dynamic, it'll do that, but it'll be kind of clunky. Like, right here. See, it's kind of like not as smooth. If you can even tell. I can definitely tell. But yeah, onto movement. Obviously, I use tac sprint assist. Kind of need it in this game. Because you don't want to be pressing your stick down 24/7 to get that run. So I have tac sprint assist delay on 0. You want it as low as possible. I mean, you should just have it on 0. And I use hybrid. I don't use no mantle assist, couch assist, or corner slice. I use that. I mean, I like it. It's cool. Hybrid, I think it's the best one. There's really the other ones are kind of bad. I mean, because you want to be able to slide and dive because diving, sliving. I can't speak. I'm talking too fast. All right, sliding and diving in this game are very, very useful. Like for example, boom, you could just dive out this window, but that's pretty risky. But let's say somebody's in this window. You can dive like to the side and fall down. You might get a shot off or two, or you could dive into the window. They won't expect it. They'll expect you to climb in, but you could, it's still risky because you have a little bit of delay before you can actually start shooting. But right as soon as you dive, like it depends. It's a couple milliseconds after you dive, you won't be allowed to shoot unless you have a grip tape one. But yeah, one of my graphic settings, I do play on PC. I use NVIDIA Reflex Low Latency. If you do play on PC, this is helpful for you. I have this on plus boost. I don't really know exactly what it does. I just put it on because I just feel like putting it on. Custom frame rate limit. You don't want your frame rate limit to be maxed unless you have a monitor that's 240 hertz and a PC that can run that. So what I do is I put my gameplay custom frame rate limit up to my monitor's refresh rate. So mine is 165. Menu, I put it on 90, and out of focus, I put it on 60, which means when you're paused like this, everything in the background, like you see how you can see my gun and the game in the back, it'll be only 60, so it won't be using as like a lot of resources. So that's definitely good. I don't use none of that down there. Quality, I use NVIDIA DLSS. It's definitely the best for my PC. I only have a 2060. So I use balance because I run pretty good frames for a 2060. I mean, I'll run high 90s to 100 constantly. I don't really ever go under that except in zombies, and that's understandable. Mainly when I'm shooting, the Sallies, because they're just massive explosions constantly. I use VRAM skill target 70 because you want extra VRAM to be used for whatever you're using in the background, right? So like for my OBS, I want VRAM to go to that because it uses that. Or if I'm listening to music, my Opera, my Microsoft Web or whatever, I use Opera GX, so it needs VRAM to go to it. So I only use 70 because I need background stuff, and I also need a little bit extra for the game just in case something picks up and it's not like in the setting. So all my settings are as low as they can be for my graphics. I could run normal, but then I'd have to put my VRAM up, and I don't really.
Final push. Hope you left some in the tank.
Shut up, Woods. Alright, so all my settings are on the lowest they can be. If you're on console, you won't have to worry about that. If you have an Xbox Series S or X or a PS5 and a 120 hertz monitor, you'll constantly run 110 to 120, depending on what exactly where you're at in the map. You won't really run under that. So on PC, I use the lowest possible because, as you can tell, on the lowest settings, my game looks great. This game looks great, looks amazing. Nebula looks fantastic. The game's about to end, but we're almost done anyway. So all my settings are as low as it can be. If you have enough storage for this, use the max. Yeah, like I said, lowest they can be because the game looks great. And I'm going to go ahead and hop into another. I'm going to go ahead and go into the menu and show you my audio settings. So make sure to stay tuned for that. And I appreciate you guys watching. Okay, so for my audio settings, I use enhanced headphone mode. I'm pretty sure I have the personalized profile. I didn't buy it. It's just I took the free trial. I don't really see a difference between the personalized and universal profiles. I mean, I took the little imaging thing of my ears and head shape. I don't really see a difference between the two. Maybe I just didn't do it right. I don't know. But I use enhanced headphone mode. It's definitely a little better than not using it if you're able to use it. You need to also have a good headset. I would use Sound EQ, but it doesn't really help because on PC, Sound EQ kind of like balance. It tries to balance your Discord with my game. So sometimes if my Discord's talking, my friends in Discord, it'll quiet my game, and I don't want that, so I turned it off. I don't know how to like make it to where it doesn't like quiet my game, but maybe one day I'll figure that out because Sound EQ is definitely better to use with enhanced headphone mode. You hear footsteps so cleanly and clearly. I use Treyarch Mix. I would use headphone bass boost, but I don't actually think it's better for this game. I think the Treyarch Mix is better. Me personally, I do. I am like half deaf in my left ear, so and I hear constant tinnitus, so I would use this. I would like mess with all this, but I have no clue what any of this does, so I don't touch it. Um, I have no clue what any of this stuff is. So that's basically it. Pretty much that is it. Oh, here we go. Field of view. I use 120. I would use 110 because 120 definitely drops your FPS a little bit. Um, Honestly, yeah, I'm gonna use 110. 110 definitely is a little better. It don't look as clean because when 120, it makes you look like you're running really fast. But you also do get a wider view, so you get to see more of what other people are seeing, but you could drop some frames. World motion blur and weapon motion blur are off. I would have weapon motion blur on, but I kind of want to see my gun because I have Nebula and Dark Matter. They're amazing. And that is it. So I appreciate you guys watching. I am going to try and have some more videos out soon. I still have a little bit of a clogged ear on my right ear, so it's kind of hard for me to hear on that side. And that's my good ear. My left ear is my bad one, which sucks. Like, but I am going to try and have some more videos out. I do have a different game coming out that me and my friends played. It was amazing. I love the game. It's pretty fun. Make sure to check that out when it does come out. It might come out tomorrow or the day after. It's just I feel really stuffy on the right side of my head, and it sucks. If anybody's sick out there, I hope you get better. I pray that you do, and I appreciate you guys watching. If you want some more content like this, like any more setting videos for specific things, just let me know down below in the comments if there was something in here I missed, and I'll make sure to get that out for you. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm so sorry. I said that like 7 times. Appreciate you guys watching. And I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.